Isn't it interesting what we deem as professional or unprofessional, professional behaviour or unprofessional? Now, for some of you, this video might sound like an unprofessional video, but there's a really good method to my madness behind this, because I know there's so many of you out there that work really hard. Maybe you have your own business, you're a freelancer consultant, or maybe you work for a company, you're looking at progressing your career. And in the last 18 months, you've hit on hard times. Here are some things that you can do to combat that. And I thought I would share this video as inspired by the panel that I was part of just this morning as I was sharing different tips and answering questions. So there were various themes that come up. And to be honest with you, these themes come up a lot across many industries, whether it's travel or financial services or personal development or tech or IT. So here are a couple of things that I want to say about what I learned from some of the other panel speakers and the host and the person that was really sort of putting the panel together. So one of the things that we do is we have goals, dreams, ambitions, desires, and we strive so hard to hit those goals. We sometimes work very long hours, neglect our families, maybe neglect what we need to do at home while we, attend meetings and have the drive to get things done. This has almost been normalized in our culture. So what do we do when we've achieved the thing, done the thing? How do you pat yourself on the back? And one of the things that I shared, which on reflection, I didn't give a lot of context behind it, but one of the things I shared was this, getting my nails done. And this is where some of you might have just gone, sharp intake of breath. Jennifer, how can you talk about nails on LinkedIn? This isn't Facebook or Instagram. This is a professional platform. Well, here's the reason I talk about nails. For many decades, I had friends that would go and get their nails done on a regular basis and be walking around and kind of showing me their nails. And I get it, it looks nice. It was something that never interested me. And as a former cake maker, it was better to have clear nails, no nail polish and catering and hospitality and things. But one of the things that I've discovered recently is, and by the way, this is not gender specific. I know that some of you males go and have your nails manicured and things as well. When you go and get your nails done, you have nearly an hour, or maybe depending on how quick or slow the person is, to sit there with your hands in front of you, which means one thing: you're not playing on your phone. You might have headphones on, I get that. But for the most part, you're sat there with your hands out. So you're not fidgeting, you're not distracted, you're not making to-do lists. And use it as an opportunity to converse with the people around you, in front of you, and just to let whatever thoughts and things come into your head. Have this as a way just to switch off for a little while, because when you feel like you're a driven, ambitious person, you will keep going and pounding. And actually, even though it has been more normalized in our culture, this leads to all sorts of things, from mental health concerns, stress, not feeling good enough, overworking, fatigue, mental fatigue, all sorts of different things. So that was one thing that really struck me about that conversation. How much time do you give yourself just to switch off? The next thing we talked a lot about, or obviously I will always talk a lot about, being visible and visibility. Because the second thing is, there's a big myth that being visible means that you have to be the shoutiest, loudest, and in these day and age of like influencers and disruptors, you might be the sweary one. Actually, being visible is, for a certain percentage about getting yourself out there, but it's knowing how to position yourself professionally, how to do that in a way that feels like you. This is really important. And it's interesting because I have this conversation often with clients. Depending on what you do, depends on how you position yourself. But the main thing is, let people know more about what you do. Share it with them. don't just resort to sending a private message and a link and there you go, look at that. That doesn't really explain anything, and you're putting it on the other person then to go out there and find out about you. And like, quite frankly, especially if they don't know you, why should they? So think about how you can be visible, and think about how you can be even more visible in a way that effectively demonstrates your value. And the reason that I say this is because I have I've had thousands of conversations now with people who do a great job, they've got a great reputation, so they're waiting to be recognised, waiting for that opportunity, and often that never comes. So still do a good job, still have a great reputation, but know how you can position yourself without it feeling like you've got to be showing off or shouting or being the loudest. There's lots of different ways you can do that. I do have free guides and all of that kind of stuff. If you're interested in that, then either just put the free guide in the comments below and I'll send you the link where you can get that, or send me a message here and I'll send you the link. So the other thing that people often forget about when it comes to putting themselves out there and being professional in doing it is this video. Now, I'm actually shooting this video from, I've got another phone, from a smartphone. That's all you need. You don't need any fancy equipment or lighting or microphones. Here's why. First of all, on video, people can get a real sense of who you are and what you do. And as we saw during this pandemic, being on video conferencing meetings, whether it's Teams or Zoom or GoToMeeting or anything else like that, this has become more important. And the problem is some people then worry about how they look or sound on camera or how to position themselves. And there's lots of very quick and easy tips you can adopt. So if you are looking at connecting more with, it might be your company's customers, it might be more with your team, it might be more with your boss, it might be just standing out on meetings without having to be the one that speaks all the time. There are a couple of really simple things that you can do. So one starter for 10, I did sort of say, do this from your phone. Stop shooting your videos this way up, and start shooting them that way. Why should you do that? Why does it even matter? Well, now you are filling the screen. You don't have, big, thick black lines at the side of your face. So you fill up the screen, you take up the space that you deserve. And given that a high percentage of people actually look at social media through a smartphone, they're going to be looking at a smaller screen anyway. So be proud, get yourself out there. Put yourself out there, do it confidently, do it with visibility, do it with credibility. That's just one of about 12 tips that I share, again for free, with various people who are ever interested. So if video is the thing that makes you go, no, I can't do it, I just don't look right, sound right, I just need a bit of courage to do it, then again, let me know. Just say 12 secrets and I'll give you the link to download that. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. I'd love to hear what you do especially if you're driven and busy, in order to be more visible, or if you've got questions, then just type them in the link below. That's it. Bye for now, and I can't wait to see what you share.